Football is a game that people feel really passionate about. In modern times, footballers are considered global icons, celebrities in some sense, and apart from their fame, they all have immense influence over people. Being one of the most popular games, it does bring a lot of money to those players. And while a lot of them like to flaunt their money or buy 10 different cars with which to wipe their asses with, others spend a lot of money on good causes. In the form of charity work, many footballers spend their riches on humanitarian purposes and give back to the community and their fans. They regularly donate to social welfare organizations that work for the poor and the needy, and they're just generally decent people. But only some of them. A lot of them donate to charity, but some of them are like minimal and they also buy things that they don't need. I really like the wealthy people who still buy modest stuff and donate so much to the poor and needy, which exist in the world of football. And in this video, we're going to talk about the top 10 footballers who donated the most to charities. So, let's get started. Neymar is right up there when it comes to footballers who are generously compensated. He's also one of the greats at the game. Not only is he good at playing the game, he also knows how to manage his cash. With all the wealth he has gained from football, he set out to utilize his money by becoming one of the top 10 footballers who donated the most to charities. And more often than not, Neymar is pretty occupied spending on noble causes. I mean, this guy, I also did a video on his car collection. I definitely don't think he's one of the ones that lives modestly and donates to charity, but that doesn't mean the donations to charity are worthless. So in addition to the fact that Neymar donates huge amounts to huge numbers of charities, he also has set up his own establishment known as Waves for Water. The organization works to provide assets for Brazilians to have clean drinking water. He also participates in charitable games and raises huge sums to be used for the good of humanity. Dirk Kuyt, an ex-member of Liverpool FC, is also known and appreciated for his foundation, the Dirk Kuyt Foundation. Although Mr. Kuyt started his football career as a striker, he gained fame once he began playing as a winger. And at the time he retired, he decided that he was going to need to bring more kids into football so they could have a great future. Since 2006, the foundation has been helping kids in his nation of origin, Holland, as well as Nepal, Brazil, Ghana. Along with other football players' organizations, Kuyt's foundation perhaps is one of the ones that's done the most work so far. A Good Time for Everyone is another establishment run by Kuyt. He organizes special occasions and games for impaired kids. The organization encourages such children to participate. Kuyt strongly believes that playing sports will help them a lot in daily activities as well. Balotelli is being listed in the top 10 footballers who donated most to charities, and it might come as a surprise. Usually Balotelli gets featured on news and sites for the wrong reasons, as he has a terrible demeanor and he's really quite irritable on the field. However, off the field, he's not irritable but charitable. He spends half of his income to help the kids in Africa. Due to his wage and offering wages to good causes, he's actually been nicknamed Super Mario by his fans. David Beckham is among the most popular football players to ever step on the field. Even after his career, he's still seen in the public eye for numerous charitable causes. Along with his wife Victoria Beckham, he even runs a charity organization named Victoria and David Beckham Charitable Trust. The organization works for the welfare and the support of specially abled and sick children, especially those who can't afford basic health care. David Beckham is also a strong advocate of the mission to help harmed army veterans who will return back from Afghanistan and Iraq and have nothing. Among the most beneficent footballers on the planet is the previous Ghanaian national team footballer and Jose Mourinho's top pick for the midfielder position, Michael Essien. Essien started an organization called the Michael Essien Foundation. It's also one of the most authentic football players' noble cause of establishments. It is often referred to for the distribution of medical facilities, for healthcare, clean, drinkable water, public restrooms, and libraries in his old neighborhood. Michael Essien works relentlessly to provide supplies and essentials to Ghana and its neighboring areas. The reason that places Barry among the top 10 charitable footballers in the world is that the Everton midfielder Gareth Barry works closely with the Sun and Happiness charity establishment, which basically works and provides for kids suffering from destitution and sickness. In 2011, in the wake of being acquainted with the establishment, he donated his villa in Spain for the homeless children. It provided a living space to a number of children who just had no other place to live. Mesut Ozil, the Arsenal FC and German national football team player, is known to have done the most sacrificial things, with his money at least. Not a baby, or a lamb, or a baby lamb. That's it. Lamb is a baby, whatever. After his World Cup triumph, he gave his fee of £237 to Brazil. The money was used to fund medical procedure of 23 Brazilian youngsters who couldn't afford their expenses. While working on an organization, My Shining Star, Ozil repeated the same deed in 2017. he managed to fulfill the fantasies of kids who were battling diseases. Also, at a match with Sunderland, he became one of the youngest youngsters to be. He welcomed one youngster to be his personal visitor. The living legend of the game of football, Cristiano Ronaldo. Apart from winning games, is quite busy with good causes nowadays. Ronaldo was granted the Athletes Gone Good Award in recognition of his most remarkable and most beneficial philanthropic work. In 2012, Ronaldo auctioned off his golden boot to assemble a school on the Gaza Strip, and with this act, he was able to raise 1.5 million euros. Another fairly famous incident is when Cristiano donated $83,000 for the medical treatment of a 10-year-old who was suffering from a fatal illness. The Argentine footballer Lionel Messi, today's global star and one of the richest footballers, came from pretty humble beginnings. Even with all that he's achieved, Messi has not forgotten his roots. Tree pun. Pretend I just made one. Yep. He's always one step ahead when it comes to giving back to the community and the people who have given him immense love. His foundation, the Lionel Messi Foundation, works to provide opportunities to underprivileged children, especially in education and healthcare sector. And due to this altruistic work, he's made the Goodwill Ambassador of UNICEF. Or he has been made the Goodwill Ambassador of UNICEF. He owns all the stores, Goodwill. No. Leo often takes part in various fundraising activities. During the spread of the corona pandemic, he made donations of $1 million for various causes. Whenever there is a mention of footballers offering wages to noble causes, Drogba's name almost has to be included on it. In 2007, he established the Didier Drogba Foundation. The main purpose of this establishment was to assist with developing medical services and instructive conditions in Africa. The same year, he was appointed a Goodwill Ambassador of the United Nations Development Program. And 2 years later, in 2009, he donated 3 million euros for a hospital to be built in his hometown of Abidjan. Didier Drogba, the ex-Chelsea forward, has done such an extent of charitable work that back in 2010, his name was referenced in Time magazine's 100 Most Powerful Individuals. Very few people have done as much off-field for their country as Didier Drogba. So, that is definitely more who I was talking about in the beginning. I'm sure he doesn't live entirely modestly, but yeah, you get it. So, these are the top 10 footballers who donated the most to charities. What do you think is the most impactful one? Let us know in the comment section below. And so guys, we've reached the end of the video, and if you have any hot opinions to share, drop them in the comment section below, and I might just respond. Start a fight with me. I'll fight you back, bro. And yeah, if you liked the video, if you liked my commentary, if you liked anything, like and share. That'd be pretty cool. That's a novel idea. No one's asked that before. That being said, later.